Hey guys, it's Jen again. I'm just going to give you a quick tour of my craft room that I promised. It's super messy right now. I'm getting ready to have a garage sale at the end of the month, and so I have boxes and stuff everywhere. This is actually a part of my basement that is unfinished, that we've pretty much just painted the walls like a cream color. The cement walls, and then I do have a couple of finished walls that that I'll show you in a second. But this is my workspace right here. There's two 6-foot tables put together. I do have my Tim Holtz and all my ink pads readily available, and this rack right here holds pretty much all of my minis. I've got all of my unfinished minis in here that I've gotten from Michael's, either out of the dollar bin or half off. They have a couple of half off sales a year. And then I just keep other things in these other baskets. They're fairly new, so they're probably just full of stuff that needs to be sorted right now. These are my this is all my paper. Whether it's cardstock or pattern paper, I keep all my paper on these two shelves. In fact, I have so much paper that I'm going to be consolidating it soon, and then probably putting the pieces on my Etsy in stacks. So I'll put my Etsy store in the sidebar, but probably within the next couple of weeks, because like I said, I am having a garage sale, so I'm going to try and get rid of some of the stuff that way. Just this storage unit right here is where I keep my scrap cardstock, so it's sorted by color, and that way I don't have to use a full sheet if I'm just looking for a small piece. So that's that area. This is the wall adjacent to my finished part of the basement, and it is the one that is wallpapered right now. I keep my ribbon spools in these containers up here, and they are, I know Jade was looking for some ideas about how to store ribbon, and this is the best way I've found to store it, for me anyway. They hold about 10 spools, and actually these canisters, and I'll show you what they are. They're actually popcorn or caramel corn canisters from Target, and they're plastic, and some of them have metal lids, some of them have these silver plastic lids. And then I just cover the labels because they're a pain in the butt to try to even soak off. So, but they hold quite a few spools of ribbon, and I have them color coordinated, and I have probably 2 to 3 per color. So I've got, 2 or 3 of the green, 2 or 3 of the red, and so on. And I just found this easier because I used to keep them like just on a rack rod like that, and I do a lot of traveling with my stuff because my parents have a cottage, and for the summer I go, a friend and I go for a couple of weeks and just scrap the entire time. And I just found it wasteful, one, to just try to pull 12 inches or so off and maybe use that color or that pattern. And they were just I would usually want the color that was in the middle of the rod, so I had to take everything else off in order to get to that, to take it with me. So anyway, that's what I've decided to do, and it seems to be working fairly well. I didn't eat all the caramel corn. I gave most of it away at Christmas time in gift bags for teachers' gifts and Sunday school teacher gifts and stuff like that. So that worked out well for me, and yeah, so that's just one idea. The canisters themselves you can usually get on sale for less than $4, filled with caramel corn. So if you know anybody who loves caramel corn, or can give it away as gifts any time of the year, that's the way to do it, because I know $4 for each one is a little bit expensive, but if you're getting double the use out of the caramel corn inside and stuff, that's the best way to go. these are my fibers, and I keep these on just little office clips. I got this idea from Marion at apieceofcraft.com. I actually have one more bin of fiber. I had no idea I had this many fibers. These I bought from somebody on eBay. But, I mean, the rest of these were all in my collection that I never used. They're probably 5 years old. I had them all on little cards, wrapped around little cards, and I never used them because I just didn't. So I have another box to go through, and I actually got, I mean, this was one of my boxes. So I got a ton of fibers that I had never even knew I had. So I'm in the process of redoing that. This is how I keep my stamps, and I don't even have half of them up here yet because this is a new setup that my husband made for me. It's a curtain rod, and I got the clips from Big Lots, and they're just cafe curtain clips, and you get 14 of them for like $5. So I think the curtain rods were $5, so for about $20 I can hang all my stamps. And that again really helps me when I'm looking for something specific. I used to keep them in these bins up here, and my wooden ones are still up here. But they're so easy, it's just so much easier to look through this than it is to pull all of these down and try to find something that I'm looking for. I like to try to be organized, at least I like to think I'm organized, but I'm really not. I usually get stuff, like half of my hauls from the past month are still laying on the floor. I wanted to do videos, but now it's gotten so overwhelming that I don't know if I'm going to be able to do them. So I do like to stay organized when I can, but I'd rather sit and craft, so my room's usually messy. But anyway, I do like the shabby chic look, and this wall and the wall just behind me, and I'll show you that in a second, are going to be identical. I wallpapered the bottom and painted the top, and then my husband just put up some chair rail for me. And I really like how it turned out. I never used to come down here. It was just white and yucky. And now that I've warmed it up a bit, I'm down here all the time by myself, and I used to never craft by myself. This is just an old dresser that I altered I don't know, probably 10 years ago, and I've moved it from house to house to house, and I love it. So that's got a bunch of my Cricut stuff in there. And moving on, that's the door to my basement to go into the finished part. This area here is probably my most organized area. And I'll try and zoom out for you. It's just 2 metal black storage racks. They're not cheap. I think they were $60 a piece, but they've really served me well. As you can see, I've got like all my magazines here. My button collection is here, and these I try to find uses for things that I already have. And all of these, actually, I used to sell them. They were candles, and they came in these really cute, primitive-looking jars with the metal lids. And so, when family and friends would buy from me, I would say, please save your jars because I use them. So that's my button collection that I've been collecting forever, since before I started scrapbooking. There's photographs in these boxes here, more magazines up here. Like I said, I need to sort through my stuff and get rid of it because my husband says that I'm running out of storage room, and I could buy more if I had more room to store it. So these bins hold everything. They've got my metal embellishments, they've got brads, they've got pretty much everything. I've sorted some of it into categories as far as Christmas, Valentine's, and Halloween because it's just easier to find the stuff that way. And I've got my adhesives in here. I mean, it's pretty much a catch-all for everything, and that's fairly organized. I did make jewelry for a while, so there's a couple of buckets that have stuff for jewelry, which has come in handy for the minis when I started those, and the charms. So I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna quickly just pan back. That's my storage area of my basement, which is more like Christmas stuff and everything, and I'm embarrassed to even show that. This is my cropping table. I cut everything over here. My Cricut's over here, my Big Shot's over here. This is where I do a lot of my crafting, rather than sitting at the other tables. It's just comfy over here, so I sit over here and do a lot of stuff. And this wall is also going to be wallpapered and painted just like the other side. This was what was behind me before. So thanks guys for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.